yourself.
Yeah. My name's Rainier Vandenbosch, Rainier Victor Vandenbosch. I'm the vocalist of Itis.
It's so wonderful to actually have you on the show, finally.
My pleasure.
We've been talking for quite a while, and I have all your information for Sofa City, and we actually just met, 2 weeks ago?
That's right. At Beer
At
Bash.
Beer Bash. What a fucking party that was, man. Oh my God.
That
You
was
guys
crazy.
knocked it out of the fucking park.
Oh yeah. We were happy with how it went. All the bands were great. It was a crazy day. It was like all day. It was kind of hot in there too, but everybody just kept going ham. It was nuts. I loved it.
Yeah. I showed up at Austin's at like 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
We got there by like 11 o'clock, and I didn't stroll in my house until 6:23 the next morning.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I only went back to Mississauga. I didn't even drive back to Niagara Falls. There's no way I would have done it.
I think I got home pretty late too. I think I got home at 5.
Yeah. But it was one of those nights. Like, you've seen Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
You know, when they're all at the keg party by the Moon Tower and everybody's just chilling, and it's like a night that seems like that is what that night was like. It just seemed like it could go on forever, and it was okay.
Yeah, it would have been
fun. Great. And for like everybody behind the scenes, everything went off relatively without a hitch. Like there was hiccups here and there.
I was surprised
for a smoother party.
There was a lot of chaos, but the everybody who was kind of running it kept it in order somehow. It was like sets didn't even run late for like 8 hours. It was on time. No. Everything was crazy. I was amazed.
Me too. I think Austin said by the time we were done everything, I think he was by the end, I think it was 15 minutes. And honestly, what's 15 minutes for 12 fucking bands?
Yeah. No, yeah. For real.
That man is a fucking machine when it comes to audio.
He was great.
Yeah. And you guys, what a fucking, that's the first time I've seen you live. And I had a couple opportunities, but I waited for that.
Yeah. And that was our fourth show. Yeah. Thank you. We have some kinks to work out. We thought we played pretty well that night. We had so much fun. And we had a lot of fun seeing bands. Like I've played in Toronto like for, I don't know, 15 years. And this was kind of like one of the better shows I've ever played out of Toronto.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I had a whole old high school band, and we played mostly in Hamilton. And we had some pretty nice ones. But as far as Toronto goes, that night was that was one of the best ones for sure. I have trouble thinking of a better night in Toronto playing a show. You know what I mean?
No, that's awesome.
I had so much
that says a lot for the entire evening. Yes. That's awesome for the people that put it together and stuff. That's wicked.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Right on. And we get to work together again tomorrow night.
That's right, in St.
Right? we kick off your Road to Arby's tour.
Yeah, the Road to Arby's.
I'm waiting I'm telling you, I need a beef and cheddar for working the door.
That's a good idea. We should actually just stop at Arby's and grab a bunch for everybody.
Well, I mean, like, I think it would be appropriate, right?
Yeah, we'll probably bring a couple, and we'll try to keep you fed. You know, you got a job to do tomorrow. We all do.
Yeah. Well, and Patterson knows that I'm a bulldog at the door, so I'll make sure that we have a good night and we get some people in. And
good.
Yeah. So it should be a lot of fun. I've been advertising what I can. I mean, it was so close between this and Beer Bash, and there's just so much going on.
I know.
Right? But tomorrow should be so much fun. There's one local band and 4 out-of-towners.
Yeah. It'll be pretty awesome. Yeah, Don Valley, I've been playing with them for a long time too, and they're really good.
I love those boys.
Yeah, they're great. 3 brothers.
Yep.
Three brothers.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny too, because it's always the twins that I see. And I can tell them apart And whenever somebody says, "Oh, I can't tell them apart," I go, "Oh, that's too bad," and I just walk away.
Yeah, Jeff Joe. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nick keeps to himself more, I think, but
yeah.
he's a nice guy too. They're all really nice.
Oh, they're great. They're fantastic, and Anthony's really sweet too.
Yeah, they're guitar
So
players.
yeah, they came down for my hot sauce challenge,
Oh,
and like we tortured them a little bit, but
nice.
Joe forgot that his hands were covered in hot sauce, and he rubbed his eyes.
Oh no, I knew you were gonna say that. That's rough.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we'll have a clip of that soon, because like it was so funny because his actions weren't matching what had happened to him, because his eyes were burning, but he was going like he was trying to soothe his mouth, but it was his eyes that were burning. It was
Oh
so
my
funny.
god.
It was so funny. There was a couple of times where those boys were trying to suck their souls back in.
Oh yeah, I can
So,
believe it.
yeah, and I just mentioned to Kurt about the chaos, or the chaos. That's what I'm leading into, the editing yesterday, and he said there's so much chaos that we don't even know if we can make a full episode out of it. We might just have to go straight to YouTube Shorts.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was crazy. Well, I mean, you know what? It was a learning experience. It was a lot of fun. Everybody had a blast. Everybody wants me to torture them again. So I'm not going to complain about that. I must have done something right.
yeah. Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so yeah. So once we work out the kinks, I definitely want to have you guys come sit down and play too.
We would love to.
Yes. Awesome. That's awesome. So no, I'm really happy I get to work with you guys. You guys are you're a bunch of talented musicians, and I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, I've been doing it for so long. We've all kind of been at it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just recently we figured some stuff out with what we're doing now that we're really proud of it, you know.
Yeah.
But we, you know, it's all building. It never ends. This is the beginning, you know.
Which is awesome. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I've walked in on the ground level.
Yeah.
I like watching bands grow. It's a lot of fun.
I appreciate that. Yeah, me too actually. It's fun to
Yeah.
see, especially when they're like they really give it, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, well, yeah. Like, do you remember? I don't think you and I are too far off in age. So, like, do you remember when they used to come out with the cassette tapes where they do the home movies of the bands?
Yeah.
Right, like Dime Vision and the Corn home video and stuff like that. I find that getting to do what I do and watching all you guys is kind of like a real life version of that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of nice to see you guys growing like that and getting to document it and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
You're also a bit of a mom personality, right?
pardon?
You're a bit of a mom personality. You like to help nurture and
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
Too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I don't know. It's nice to be able to come in from a different angle than everybody else, because nobody else does what I do. Right. So I get to know all of you guys on a different level. I still put on shows. I still help promote what I can and help sell tickets where I can and stuff like that. But for me, it's about the love of writing. So getting to get to know all you guys on a different level like that, it's pretty neat. And I'm the only one that I know of so far in the industry that does it from my angle. So it is pretty fun. And like, I don't just watch the bands grow. I get to actually watch you guys grow as musicians and stuff like that. I always tell the boys from Don Valley, the twins, that they're like my twins.
Yeah.
And they're not even that much younger than me. There's like 5 years between us, maybe. But I just adore those two. They're like my kids. I just want to see them do so well.
Yes. We're gonna pump them up this Arby's run during the 5-day run.
Yeah, keep them on their toes. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Right on. That's awesome. So, okay. So who else is in the band, in your band?
We have Vince Anastasi on drums.
Yeah.
He's really good. He keeps us alive. He also does a lot to manage us and does booking for us for the most part. We all kind of help with everything, but he kind of leads in that area.
Yeah,
Um,
he's been great to work with.
yeah, he's fun. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Brandon, we have two Brandons. Okay.
Okay.
One we refer to as Brando usually, and
Okay.
he's our guitar player, Brandon Lucking. Uh,
Okay.
he's he's an airplane mechanic, and he's always doing some project.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool.
he has another band called Pathfinder with Marcus Arar. I don't know if you know him. Uh,
I feel like he may be a Facebook friend. I've heard of the band.
yeah, he's really good, and their new songs are ridiculous.
Okay.
they're a new band. They haven't really launched yet, not
Okay.
really, but they have amazing things in the pocket.
All
Uh,
right. Good. Send
Brandon,
them in my direction.
I will.
Well, we'll talk tomorrow, definitely. But
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon's doing bass for that, but he's guitar for us. And this is the first band and music that he's kind of been a guitar player for. He's a bass player at heart.
okay.
He's had a kind of like a very fast learning curve with it, right? He's gotten
Right.
really good in a short time, and
Right.
he's our main writer as well for melodies. Uh,
Okay.
we all bounce it around, but he starts the riffs, and Vince kind of helps a bit with the structuring and everything, and then we kind of bounce it around. But he writes the core riffs, and
Okay.
yeah, he's great. The other Brandon, we refer to as Uncle often, or at least I refer to him as Uncle, even though I'm the oldest in the band.
That's usually how things like that happen.
Yeah, it's personality, right? It's the way he handles himself. He's
Yeah.
very uncle-y. He's a good guy. He really talented musician as well. He's very amazing singer. Like he and I have a very similar voice, so we kind of try to double up together.
Yeah.
A lot of, especially live. I do most of the vocal recordings, but we get him in there too, and he performs amazingly every time. Uh, and he's also good at a lot of polishing up stuff during studio. We have our producer Luke, who's a master, but we all kind of help. And Uncle's really good at finding those little details and tightening them up. You know what I mean? We all do
That's
it,
awesome.
but he's good at it. Yeah, that's the band, the four of us, the two Brandons, the Vince, and the Rainier.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. I like you guys are you're moving so quickly and you're so well oiled already. I can only imagine how you guys are going to sound a year from now, 5 years from now.
I hope to keep growing. I hope we keep getting better and better and don't stop. Like just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys seem to have good momentum right now. And I think that as long as you guys keep producing the things that you are, you guys shouldn't have any issues with that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You
That's
guys,
good.
yeah. Well, I mean, like how I always look for my bands. I had an interview on Tuesday, and I was telling Ed that I only have one. I had Ed Weird on, and I was telling him that I only have one other band that I have entered into my books that I haven't seen before I put them in my books, and that's you guys.
Oh.
So, usually what I do is I head out to the show and then I, meet you guys and chat and whatever. And if I like the way personality is and the music and stuff, then I, hey, let's put you guys in the book and get you in for an interview. And that's how I usually do things. But you guys recommended to me a couple of times before I got the chance to see you. I listened to some of the music, and that's how you guys ended up as one of the bands I wanted to work with. And I had you guys set for volume 3, but I wanted to wait because I think that volume 4, you guys fit better in that lineup than you did. And volume 3 was amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, oh yeah,
probably,
I went through it. I loved it.
Thank you. It's probably one of the best lineups I've had yet, because I've done 3 of them. But volume 4 is supposed to be even chunkier than volume 3. So I held you guys off for that because I think you guys are going to be at a good spot with your music and, you know, where you're at with writing and recording and stuff like that.
I totally
and I
get
think,
that. I totally understand. Plus,
well, I
we're
mean,
kind of starting our live journey now. Like we haven't played live shows before this year, basically, or before the end of last year. So
yeah,
we're still
so
new.
yeah, so this is I think it's a good time for both of us, right? Because Sofa City is getting bigger, you guys are getting bigger, and it's a good opportunity to actually watch you guys grow and grow with you from the ground level,
We can grow
right?
together. Everybody
So
is
yeah,
trying to
and
build a community.
well, yeah, and if tomorrow goes as well as I think it's going to go, then we just expanded from, you know, Toronto area to having you guys out here on a regular basis.
Hell yeah, yeah. We'd love
So,
to.
you know, our family only gets bigger,
Yes.
and it really does. You know, everybody always says, you know, the metal community, this and that, and I'm like, no, you said family wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think we've been fortunate with the community that we do come from.
Yes.
Definitely.
Just gotta be smart, discerning with everybody, and there's always gonna be dicks.
Yep.
No matter where you go, metal,
Yep.
whatever the fuck you're doing, there's dickheads
Yep.
everywhere. Sorry to say it, right? But we kind of help each other learn through helping each other. So yeah, it's invariable.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, like there's shitty people anywhere you go, any industry you're in. But I think that this is one area where the good people outweigh the shitty. Like, I mean, the shitty stories go through, but I hear a lot more good about the things that are happening in our community than the shittier things.
Yeah,
you know, they might say the shitty things louder, but they don't last very long.
Yeah. That's the problem with the shitty things. They do stand out, right? But it usually gets washed away with all the positivity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't hang around for long.
No.
So we have a couple of comments from, we've got cheeseburgers all over the place.
Jesus.
And Vince is in the chat, and my friend Antoinette's in the chat, and
hi guys and gals.
Yeah, we got Janice Murphy. She runs Rocker Girl Entertainment, I think it's called. Dustin Pepper just popped in with more cheeseburgers. Oh man, I feel like maybe this should have been called the Cheeseburger Picnic.
Yeah, you mean the tour?
Well, yeah, like that's all I've seen all over the place. It's so funny.
Yeah, there was a few options we juggled with.
Yeah. One
of the ideas was the Tight as Piss tour, but I think that would have been all right.
That would have been pretty good, actually.
Yeah. But the Road to Arby's won fair and square in a diplomatic kind of, in a democratic vote, basically.
Somebody was mad that the other one wasn't the tour name, though, I bet. Because that's pretty good.
A couple of us wanted the Tight as Piss tour. Don't go lie. Let's say that one.
Right on. That's awesome. That's awesome. Miles LeBlanc just checked in my private messenger, and I can't open it or it'll pause our conversation. So I hope he pops in live and knows that we said hi, and I am noticing that he's there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, Anthony from Don Valley said Pantera home videos were like Jackass videos before Jackass existed. And there's no truer statement, actually.
I have to agree.
I never put that together at all. Oh, Dustin says extra horsey sauce. Matt, I know it says hollow core and it's not itis. It's because I keep forgetting to change I'll change it when I'm done, and then I'll just tag them in. It actually helps with the algorithm when I do it that way. But thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Fuck, I can't wait to see all you guys tomorrow night. I'm so happy you're coming to my hood this time.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
I'm always in Toronto. Don Valley, we've had it a couple of times, and they're always a fucking blast and a party. They played Volume 3's release party.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, I am a pothead. What of it, Patterson? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It just came up and I saw it. So.
Oh yeah. There's that.
So, but yeah, it'll be really nice to have you guys out in my area
Oh,
to
yeah.
hang out. And I said to Evil Villain, if y'all don't feel like driving back, I've got plenty of floor space and plenty of couch space, and so yeah, like just
Totally.
enjoy the night if you want to.
That's so
Definitely.
nice.
Well, hey man.
That's how a lot of I was talking to somebody about this stuff the other day, and actually I think it was my buddy Dan who does our art, actually, a lot of it, and he was saying how in Europe that's common for like promoters. They kind of help the band like get through the night and everything more.
Yeah.
It's not as common here, I guess. It does happen here. Like there's you. I've heard of it happening elsewhere. I've even experienced it. Like people have helped us in the past. It's just like everybody does it out there in Europe, right? And you make more money and all this shit. It's tough. It's like we live here, right? And we can.
I mean, I'm obviously, picky and choosy about who I offer that to. I mean, some bands that I work with are my friends and some are my family, and the family get the offer, and because you got to be careful no matter what industry, you got to be careful. But it's things like that. Like, I want to come out and play my hardest and have the best night and not have to drive home, but also not pay $200 or $300 for a hotel.
100%.
And then because you guys are a band, I've seen it happen a million times. You can leave the room spotless. You can lick the floor and they will try to nail you for something on deposit because you're a band.
Yeah.
Right. So I've worked in hotels. I've seen them do it. It's crazy. So, and the less you have to spend on your tour, the more you get to fucking tour.
Exactly.
Simple math. Right.
Yes. The more money you have that you don't have to waste, the better.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's a lot cheaper to run to the grocery store for you guys to cook breakfast and run out the door than it is for you to buy shit on the road.
For real.
And it's well, I mean, somebody did the math yesterday. You said McDonald's. Now I have to bring this up. Somebody did the math yesterday on TikTok. Right. They sell somewhere around 2.84 billion burgers a year, okay, or 284 billion burgers a year. Right. For the amount of cattle there is on average on Earth, each cow produces 1,200 burgers. Now, if McDonald's is at 284 billion a year, and that's only McDonald's, and you've got Burger King and Wendy's, where's all this fucking meat coming from? Because there's not enough beef to sustain 284 billion fucking burgers a year, right? And now all of a sudden, I don't want fast food, to be honest.
It's not good for you.
No, but I was like, and how ironic is it that I learned this the day before the fucking Road to Arby's tour gets kicked off?
Right.
Like,
I think, to be fair, Arby's does really care about their meat, but I'm not too sure anymore, to be honest.
So I've heard I've seen marketplace reviews and stuff and whatever, and them and A&W, obviously I don't smoke enough pot, Matt, because I can't talk. They seem to have the highest quality in any of the testing they've ever done in the media or anything like that. They have the highest percentage of beef versus beef protein added to their food. So you guys picked the right place to take your road to tour to, I guess.
Yeah, we got to hit every Arby's on the way.
That's a lot of beef and cheddar, man.
Yeah, it's probably not good for us, but we need to get the itis somehow,
Right. I was going to ask you how you guys came up with the name, and that was the perfect segue into it. So how'd you get the itis?
Okay. So I worked with Brando, our guitar player, Brandon Lucking, on on airplanes for quite a bit. I became
Cool.
his apprentice. And while we were working on airplanes one day, we used to go to this like authentic Jamaican restaurant for lunch. And it was so good. It was actually called Authentic. That was the name of the restaurant.
Right on.
We'd go there and we'd get these giant plates of jerk chicken and just eat ourselves stupid and then have to go back to work, right? So every day we get the itis and we'd be like, oh man. And at that time we were writing our like first songs together and stuff. And
awesome.
and we were like, what should we call this thing? And one day I was like, dude, we get the itis every day. You know that, right? And we were like, wait a minute, that's a good band name. So it did come from that. There's lots of yeah.
That's awesome.
There's lots of meanings for it. What's it? It's a Greek demigod.
Okay.
He's like the guy who Apollo turns to when Apollo wants to go off and do his adventures. You know, he says, "You take over my city while I'm gone." Right? Itis is like this. He's supposed to be the greatest mortal fighter.
Okay.
For his time, like he could, you know, him and Hercules, it would be a good fight. Put it that way, you know.
Right on. Yeah, it would be.
What else? There's like acronyms. I told you so. There's this. What else? I'm trying to think. There's a bunch.
You've listed off so many already too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dustin says Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know.
I totally forgot about that. Fuck.
Thank you, Dustin.
There's what else? There's also shit. What was it? I just had it. It's shit. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. Fucking just had it.
I have ADHD. I know. You don't need to apologize to me. I could be in mid-sentence and be like, it's gone.
No, I understand.
Patterson's Matt's had it happen to him, actually.
Yeah. No, my mind's just like, I also worked all day. I'm fucking.
Yeah, it's a long day for you.
Yeah. I was landscaping and I'm just like, my hands are literally tired, you know, but it was fun. I enjoy doing that kind of work.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, the itis kind of name, it means a lot of things. So, you know, I'm not like I'll admit we came up with it because we got the itis.
Beautiful. That's awesome. But I think that's really neat that there's other underlying meanings. That was really difficult to say. And I don't know why.
No, you did all right. You did all right.
Thank you. That was 2 tries. I should have done pretty good. I like when there's underlying meanings and you learn. That was way easier the next time. You learn those things as you're growing. You know what I mean? Like you got the name from one thing, and then as you guys grew, you started kind of growing the meanings of your name, and the meanings are like pretty strong and representative of like almost kind of the way you guys are. So that's pretty neat.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Actually,
thanks for laughing at me, Dustin. I appreciate you guys too, by the way.
You just reminded me of what it was. It means, it's Latin for to travel or to the right to travel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like subconsciously putting you guys on tour.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, I mean, your name means to travel, right? So
psychic manifestation,
right? Yeah, seriously, I don't know. But at this point, everybody knows I wear a tinfoil hat and I believe in magic. So I think things like that actually do happen. I think if you put it into the universe and you really want it, the universe will give it to you. And you guys are trying to grow yourselves as an established traveling band, and your name literally means that. So use that as fuel. Ta-da! See? I'm not crazy.
You just gave us our elevator pitch, literally.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That wasn't on purpose, but
no,
yeah. So I don't know. I just that's my writer brain and my ADHD kind of mashed together. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. I also come from like a writer background. I
yeah.
went to film school and stuff.
Oh,
And
so the inside of your head is like mine too. Because if these are the things we're saying on the outside, like I can only imagine what the inside is like. I write people backstories and stuff while I'm out having coffee and driving around and stuff. So
totally, I hear you.
yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
kill a lot of people in books because I can't do it in real life.
No, yeah, that's the best. It's the best outlet, really.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I used to write short films in school, and I tried to write a couple feature films, like the screenwriting and stuff.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's a hard thing to really dive into. It can be really fun though.
Yeah.
And I wrote the videos that we've shot and stuff. So
Awesome.
I was able to like flex those muscles again for that, and went really
Yeah.
well. We're all happy.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I got to do a video called Biological Waste for the Rob Graham Band a few years ago. I have no idea what they're up to or where they are or anything like that now. But I got to write their music video and I got to help direct it. So every time I show somebody the video, I'm like, and there's me, and there's me, and there's me. But you can't actually see me through the whole video. So now I just send it to people because they can't hear it when I'm sitting next to them.
I'll check it out.
It was a fun experience, though. It's really neat to be able to do it from that side.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's
yeah, yeah,
it's very fun.
yeah. So that's kind of like I usually do shows from the outside, and I got to do beer bash from the other side of the table, right? And that was my first beer bash, and I got to sponsor it, and it was actually really really neat to experience it from that side. I learned a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, I learned just by doing it, and I didn't have to do anything but set up, play, and tear down.
yeah, which is
So.
yeah, which is awesome.
Crazy.
You know what? I would do it all over again, exactly how we did it, all over again, every time.
Yep.
I will never say no to helping them with that ever. And
They're great guys.
the draw was pretty successful. I like a lot of people let me in their pockets. Sometimes more than once. and it, like, I'm telling you, man, it got to the point at the end of the night, I was like, listen, we can just sit here and listen to me talk, or you can just pay the loud, obnoxious girl to go away. People were doing that. People were just like, here's $10, give me a string. They didn't even want to hear it at that
point. That's using sales skills and ultimatums.
I had no voice by the next day. Well, at first I was like, come on, man, you can win some fun shit. Then I was like, there's like $600 worth of merch here. And then it was like, oh, there's tickets to the Ryefield Festival in here. And then it was, there's all this stuff and all this merch, and there's books, and there's this. And then I was like, give me your fucking money because it's going to the bands. And people were just like, some people just handed me toonies and loonies and just fucking, I don't want tickets, go away.
Yeah, leave me alone.
So yeah. So I'm hoping that it worked out to everybody's favor, and Matt will have me back again to be able to work with them again because that was great.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. Matt and all those guys, right? Yeah, they're amazing.
Oh, what a fucking blast, man! And the guys from Ryefield Studios, their wives, Jasmine and Stephanie. Oh man, those two women do so much, and not to take away from the guys because they do a lot and they put in a lot of work and stuff. But from a woman who runs her own company by herself to see those two and hear about all the stuff that those two do, fucking kudos to them. Absolutely.
Yeah. They had tough jobs that night and they killed it.
They did, and they did, man. And Jasmine is a you know, like she's a little girl. She's petite, and she literally had the entire pit surrounding her, and she was like, "I'm getting this video, and I don't give a fuck." And she did. She did, man. Totally. So it was a great party. It was. So and I can't wait to see Ryefield Studios in August. So. They popped in and said, what's up? So, yeah, I'm excited about that. That's going to be a fun. Are you going to that party?
In August?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We're lined up to go up in February and do a thing with them. Uh,
Wicked.
August, I have my work and everything is changing.
Okay.
And also, a lot of weird family stuff has been going on.
Okay.
I'm not going to go deep into it.
That's fine. That's
I'll
fine.
talk to you about it later,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I might be really busy in the next couple months next to all
Okay.
the band stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really, I'm
Oh,
kind of
that we.
thin right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so I'm stealing time from you, is what you're
No,
telling me.
no, no. This is a pleasure. I like doing this.
Oh,
And
me too. But like
you're lovely,
you're
so
pretty thin.
I don't mind this at all. So
No, I'm happy we got to do this, but you are spread pretty thin. So I'm glad that I get to take up some of your time. I appreciate it very much. So
thank you.
well, they're pretty. Ryfield Studios said they can't wait to see you guys out in February, and Dustin said the beards and the blondes rule. Their party is on August 19th. If you do get the chance to go out, and we get to camp there.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's right.
Yeah,
I would love to do it. I'll maybe talk to my guys and we'll see if we can make it out.
Yeah, definitely come out. They have a great lineup, and everybody's gonna have their merch out. They were gracious enough to give me some space for a table, which thank you guys. So it should be a fucking blast. I can't wait for this party. My car is pretty much ready to go.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
I love camping out. That's like how a festival should be. Any music festival should feel like you're camping out, and it's like a vacation almost,
Yeah, absolutely. I have a little Honda Fit, and if you put a double air mattress in it and you blow it up inside the car, it fits perfect. So I'm not even bringing a tent. I'm just going to put all my camping gear in the front seat, and I'm going to blow up a mattress, and I'm just be done with it. That's it. Awesome. Sleep in the back of the car. Why not?
Honestly, that'll be extremely comfortable and
I'll take up less space, right? I'll take up less space. So
yeah,
right. And
actually, that's like super efficient on top of it.
Everyone did that. So yeah. So and like I don't drink or part. Like I'm probably going to be pretty stoned. I plan on eating an immense amount of cookies. Yeah. But like I don't drink or anything like that, so I can just go pass out whenever I want, get up whenever I want, and like I don't have to worry about like suntan lotion sunburns or anything the next morning with like smiley faces on my face or anything. Because I used to be that guy when we were kids, when we used to party when we were kids. I carried a Sharpie marker, and it wasn't because I wanted the bands to sign my shit. It was because I was drawing on the first person to pass out.
I remember back in high school, that happened a lot. But I didn't do it. What I would do with the Sharpies is I'd leave little like blasphemic fucking drawings around, you know what I mean? And they'd be like, who the fuck is doing this? This is a Catholic school. And I'd be like,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We were at Crimson Asphalt's jam space, and I drew a dick on their drummer's car. And then I went over to the drummer's wife like 10 minutes later, and I was like, some fucking asshole drew a dick on your car. And I walked away. And then when I saw Darren like half an hour later, I was like, somebody drew a fucking dick on your car, man. How rude is that? But apparently I started a thing, because by the time they left, they had multiple dicks drawn in the dirt on the back of the car.
That's mob mentality right there. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, I gotta get in on that.
Right? Like, I mean, and I only drew, it was like, I mean, I left lots of room. And I didn't tell anybody else I did it. And I didn't tell them that it was me that did it. Yeah. I just went and found Marissa, and I was like, somebody fucking drew a dick on your car, man. What an asshole. And I was serious about it. They were just getting ready to leave, and I hugged Marissa, and I was like, I'm the one who drew the dick on your car. Have a safe drive home.
Oh, my God. You know what? It'll come off with a little alcohol. No problem.
I just drew it in the dirt on the window, but everybody drew in the dirt on the window afterwards. There was multiple. It went from one penis to peni on the back of the car.
Yeah, that's what we do best. Humans.
Well, I mean,
We
They
drop
never
in.
think of the sober one fucking with anybody, right? They
Yeah.
never think of it being me because I'm always looking out for everybody and making sure everybody's got the things they need and stuff like that, right? So, like, nobody ever thinks it's me. I know I just outed myself on TV, but that's fine, or on the
Okay to
internet,
prank.
but whatever.
It's okay to prank. It's a
Well,
form of love too.
well, I know. Now that's how I hug, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure I'll come up with something else. I'm a creative mind. So,
I hear you.
but on that note, is there anything that we have not covered that we should cover before we take this to backstage and get rid of everybody else?
No, well, I'm trying to think quick. We have a lot of new music kind of ready to go.
Okay.
We're trying to be really smart about how we get it out there.
Okay.
Don't want to waste it. And it's
Yep.
kind of been our sort of we're leveling up again.
Yeah.
That's all music is, you know.
Yep.
Bands are so hard to build. It takes years to get to the point where you realize it's not going to work, right?
Right.
We're really lucky because 3 of us have been in bands together for a long time, different bands.
That's
And
awesome.
so, yeah, we kind of have a good feel for how it's going to go at this point. But we got to keep it going. We have to keep growing, and we can't waste any of our resources. We need to really use our music the best way we can. That's our plan anyway.
That's awesome. It's a good strategy.
I don't even expect to make money or a lot of money in the future. I would rather that this thing at least covers itself, that it becomes its own machine. You know what I mean? Because up to this point, everything, and all bands do this, they have to pour in their own money until it's kind of its own machine, right?
Yep. I can identify with that. I can understand that. Absolutely.
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. It absolutely is. You know, and they like, somebody once said to me, if you do what you love, the money will come. And I really put everything I possibly could, as much as I could. And like, I mean, it was only $22, but like I've actually seen some kind of return overhead from this, you know, where I actually didn't have to give it away.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that was important. And it's only $22, but it's $22 that nobody else had any fucking thing to do with.
Exactly.
You know, and once you get that momentum, if you keep doing what you love, it will keep coming to you. I've been doing this for 8 years and I don't see myself doing anything else.
Yep.
You know, and that seems like you guys are never ending and you're killing it, and just keep going.
We hope to.
So
it's, you know, it's been a long journey, but now we get to start a new, strong, really fun journey, hopefully.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, where can we find all your music, and what's all your social medias and all that stuff, so that people know where to find you guys?
So you can kind of find us by searching Itis Doom on most things, like YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Itis Doom is kind of our handle. Itis makes doom metal, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're on Spotify. We go through DistroKid, so we're all over the place. Apple, Google Play, all that shit. We have a few copies of our old CDs if anybody is that archaic. I'll try to save one for you. I think we got a couple left.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll make more, but I think everything's kind of moving online.
Good stuff. Good. That makes me happy. I like when bands tell me they don't have anything for me, because that means that things are moving well for you guys. I love that.
Don't worry, we'll help you.
I'm not worried.
You're a collector, obviously.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got one of Vince's broken drumsticks, somebody's broken drumstick. I grabbed it right after you guys played. I don't know if it was for you guys or one of the other bands, but I have it in the car.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you used to collect set lists, right?
I have tons of set lists from that night.
I couldn't find it, but I actually found it stuffed into my gear later, because at the end of the day, I just went like, put it all in my suitcase. You know what I mean? I'll give you that later too.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I've got probably somewhere around 100 of them now.
Really?
So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's a collection.
Yeah.
I know people.
I don't know, Vince. It's broken.
Yeah.
I did break a stick second song in. Yeah, it's probably mine then. Thank you. You're gonna have to sign it for me tomorrow so I can put it in my cabinet.
Yeah. An ITIS artifact.
Yeah, well, and like this is how it happens. This is how like the memorabilia and stuff. I would much rather a broken drumstick than like I don't know, some manufactured. So, I mean, I want the manufactured thing too, because that means you guys are doing really well. But I would rather have a broken drumstick from a basement show you guys did when you had, a couple of songs, as opposed to like the latest that every single person has. I'm the only one with that broken drumstick, and I got to get it before anybody even knew who you were. That's why I do what I do. I like knowing bands before anybody else does, because you kind of get that, ooh, I already know who they are and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, awesome. No, that's awesome. So, okay, well, we know where to find you on social media. Tomorrow night, we have you guys headlining the show, and it's $2 a band.
Really?
$2 a band, $10 at the door. We did it like Vince and I talked about it, and it just seemed like the old school way, $10 at the door. Just give me your fucking cash and come watch a good show.
That's what I was thinking too. Old school. Yeah. I haven't seen those that were $10 for over 10 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we just, $10 at the door, and that's it. And it's 5 bands. That's $2 a band. It literally is the cheapest show in town this summer. I have not found one where you get that kind of value.
No.
And it's in St. Catharines, which is a good town for music. We used to have Scene Fest there, and they have pretty big names that come to the arena now and stuff. So Montebello Park had a huge party last year. So it's a good city for music. Yeah. And this is the first metal show that Dive Pub on St. Paul Street in St. Catharines has ever done.
Nice.
So
it's shocking.
Well, listen, if we pull this off, then we get to do it again.
Yes.
And then we get to do it again. And we might be, we might have a good spot where once or twice a month we get to throw a good fucking metal party. And we need that so we can start bringing all you guys down here. I come see you guys all the time. I'll never stop driving to Toronto for the metal, but it would be nice for you guys to come play in my backyard.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, we'd love to. I live in Hamilton, so it's not as hard for me as the other guys.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm in Hamilton quite a bit too, but Toronto is my second home. I grew up just as much there as I did here. So
true.
Yeah. So no, you know what? This has been such a wonderful interview. I'm so glad we got to do this. This has been great.
Me too. I had a lot of fun talking to you.
Awesome. Thank you. On that note, I'm getting rid of everybody else, and we're going to hang out for a little bit. Have a good night, guys. Yeah, Dustin, we're definitely calling this show a steal. You're stealing 5 bands for $2 each. You can't go wrong with that. And it's all fucking dynamite metal.
Yeah, all the bands are gonna slap.
Every one of you.
Great
line. And the first time I saw Crimson Asphalt was at because they're the local band. The first time I saw them was at Bloodfest in Guelph, and they ended up having a fucking row pit.
Oh,
the whole floor of the Papaya where the stage was just people rowing. It was fucking amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool. That's how I turned 40. I hung out with them in Cryophilic and Eaten by Sharks. It was fucking amazing. What a birthday.
They're both great bands. Those guys slap. Absolutely.
Well, Cryophilic and Eaten by Sharks are co-headlining the Ryfield Studios Festival, not to try and twist your arm to come out or anything.
Ooh.
I
know. They're both amazing. We played with Cryophilic our second show.
Oh my God. I love working with them. Kurt does all the video for whatever no good stuff I'm up to. Like he did my promos for a while, and he did all the video for the hot sauce challenge. Them and Eaten by Sharks and Don Valley and Temple of Night all played my book release in March.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, that was one hell of a party. So it's fun getting to work with all you guys again in my area. So, and bringing you guys down too.
Yeah, we can't wait.
So
Everybody's buzzing about it right now.
I'm excited. So I will be there with Damien at 4:30 to start putting the sound together, because they have covered all the sound for tomorrow night.
That's awesome.
So we're taking like this aside from us actually being in a bar, and that like we've done all of it ourselves. Nobody's coming in from the outside except for the beer at the bar and the food that they have. And they have great food from what I've heard. I haven't heard a bad review about their food at all. So
awesome. Well,
yeah.
we'll probably get some food unless we already have the itis from the Arby's, you know.
Well, you better bring me some itis.
Yeah, we'll bring it to you.
So on that note, I'm kicking everybody else out, and we'll chat for another couple of minutes, and then I will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.